All right, we are live. I'm going to just one sec, make sure this is working correctly. And yeah, looks good. I'm going to Yes, I'm going to be discussing the launch of this new app. Oh, and we got our first chat here. Well. Welcome, Jaywalk the World. Yeah, I'm going to be covering the launch of this new app and kind of the marketing launch plan of it, as well as a little bit of the development, and give you a little bit of a kind of overview of the app as a whole. So, also feel free to ask any questions, and I will do kind of like a Q&A along the way or at the end if there's anything. So I'll begin, I guess, just by going kind of through the landing page here and just introducing the app. So it's a mobile app built with Flutter, of course, and it is a journaling app that is meant to be used on your birthday. So really, you'll only use it one time a year. And the idea is that you'll kind of reflect and plan your each year of your life. So if today was your birthday and you wrote a message in it, then next year you would, well, after you finish writing it, it would lock, and then you'll see kind of actually this countdown timer, and it'll just be locked for a whole year. And then once your next birthday arrives, you can see your message. So your message would arrive like this, and you can kind of reflect on what you wrote from that past year and just see if your goals have been achieved, or if things have changed, or kind of a different way to maybe plan goals. I think a lot of people do this for New Year's, or this could be a common thing for like setting New Year's resolutions, that kind of thing. But it's that same concept of kind of like a resolution style goal setting, reflecting, but using your birthday as that timeline mark. Um, yeah, so that is generally the concept of it. Let me pull up the app here. I'll give a quick run through of how the app works. So when you enter the app, you'll just select your birthday. So I'll go ahead and throw in my birthday here. It actually doesn't really matter what it is. There we go. And yeah, then it will, if it was your birthday, so if I actually put in today's date, which is March, what is it, the 26th? If it was your birthday, it will tell you happy birthday. And then if it's not your birthday, it'll just tell you how many days you have left till your birthday. So yeah, that is pretty simple. And then pretty much from there, you just get right into it. You just go ahead and write your message. So I'm not really going to write a full message here, but I'll just put a little test. And then it does do this guided, there's 5 prompts essentially. So it is kind of a guided reflecting experience, and it does a little bit of like past reflecting as well as planning for the future, but everything is pretty open-ended, and you can decide to write a lot or a little, or actually skip one. So if you didn't want to do this prompt, you can just skip it. And then if you want to say something you're grateful for, you can go through all of these new stuff. I'll put a couple of these down so you can see later when it is actually when the message comes up, it does break it down by section. So yeah, so just a quick thing, but this would be it. So once you go through all 5 of these and fill out as much as you want, then you will get to the final one. And once you hit the send to future, that will lock the birthday vault. So since I had put the birthday being like 2 days from now, the countdown is set to that. And the app will be locked until that date. Typically, it would be a year, but if you downloaded it like today, it doesn't have to be your birthday to start, I guess is what I'm saying. So you can, you could download it whenever, and the first one will be a little bit different. It'll be a little bit more like, what are you thinking for your next birthday? And then since I have this in the simulator, I can actually simulate the countdown ending, and then this would be what would happen on on your actual birthday. You would get the countdown ending. If you enabled the notification, you would get an alert, and then this is what your message would look like. So I didn't write a lot of information, and I skipped a few, but these are the three that I guess I did fill out. So you can see the messages there, and it will remain unlocked until you create a new message. So if you don't get to reading this on your actual birthday, if you're a few days late, it'll still work. You'll still be able to read what you said before and do your reflection, because then it is kind of unlocked until you fill out a whole new one, and you can always go back to kind of read the old ones in the vault as well. And yeah, as you go through, this will just fill up with more birthdays, more reflections. So you'll always be able to go back and read what you said year over year, which can be kind of a cool experience over time. That is essentially the features. You can also sign in, which will let you sync your data so that you can use, in case it gets deleted, or you can sign in on a new device. But the app is built actually offline first and to be fully local. So all the data is actually saved in Drift, and then, which is just a local database, and then the syncing does use Firebase. So if you did want to sync it, I think for this app, the syncing is kind of actually pretty important, because if you are expecting to use this for multiple years, you probably will get a new phone at some point, and you probably will, you might want to delete it off your phone, or your phone might even delete it for you. Sometimes the iPhone at least will, if you don't use an app for a while, it will just delete it and move it into the cloud. So yeah, the syncing is, I think, quite important. But that's it, really. Then you would just do this every year. There's also a countdown widget, which actually doesn't really show up on the simulator, but it's pretty simple. It's just like on the home screen, like on your home screen here, you can do the simulator doesn't actually show these, but it would just be like a square block that has the countdown. So the countdown to your birthday, that is. But yeah, that is generally the demo there. So now I can move on to talking a little bit about the marketing, unless there are any questions. Let's see. It does say there is a warning. Maybe we are all good, but I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're all good. Maybe it's just the bitrate or something that it's complaining about, but I don't think that's an issue. So yeah, let's see. The marketing, the launch, all of that. So I launched the app on Monday, and actually with this app, it got approved by Apple and Google on the first run. So that was really nice. I think a lot of kind of the potential issues that would come up with with that approval process was, I guess I already kind of knew about them a lot with the experience I had with roads, and I did make a video talking about those common rejection approval situations. So I kind of was already ahead of a lot of that, like letting the user be able to delete their account and data, having the privacy policy and all of that on the login screen, like those kind of little things that you might not notice or you might not think about until you go through the process of submitting an app. So luckily it did get approved, and then I had it scheduled for launch on Monday. I guess it really went live Sunday night, but Monday was kind of the official launch date. So it's been live for, I guess, about 3 days now. And in the first day, actually, it did get nicely up on the lifestyle chart. So currently it is 117, but it did get up as high, that I noticed, as high as number 16, which was pretty awesome. And I do think I think there's a couple reasons for that. First, I think Apple does push new apps. From what I hear, it gives it a little bit of an artificial push and gives it a little bit more exposure in the beginning to see if people will download it. This app is also paid, so it isn't a free app, and that I think also helped with the ranking, because this ranking here is not it isn't for free apps, so it's not in the free app category. It's actually in the paid app category. So I think this category is a lot less competitive. I don't think there's as many paid apps. Actually, when I went through some of these, some of them seem like older apps and not really, not really super popular. So that I think was a kind of cool surprise almost, to be ranked that quickly, almost on the first day. Now the ranking is dropping, so it is what it is. But it's still nice to be on the list there, and especially in that first day, to be that high on the list was pretty great. The app is also available on iPad and iPhone, but the iPhone is, I think, it was mainly designed for the iPhone, and the iPad it does work for as well. But the important thing, I think, with the launch, at least the thing that I was trying to do, was get these reviews. So I do have 12 reviews so far, and this is within 3 days, so I think it's pretty decent. All those reviews, I would say, came from friends and family, as well as a few people I reached out to. With a paid app, you can give out promo codes, so I did make use of the promo codes and was sending promo codes to people and asking them to try out the app and review it, which I think is a good idea. Definitely in the first day, the first week, I think that heavily contributed to getting on that list. Which, being on the list there's nothing, I can't think of a single reason you wouldn't want to be on that list. It's only a good thing. Google, I did not focus on really at all. So I deployed it to Google, but it hasn't been a focus for this launch. So my thinking is like Google is the Google Play Store is there. It's if people find it and want to download it, that's great. But I've been focusing kind of all the effort of the launch on iOS, and I guess the main reason for this is iOS does seem to be the people in the like iOS ecosystem do seem to be more likely to pay for apps. And this isn't really based on, like, I guess, full experience, but it's based on a lot of things I've heard and read. So we'll see. I mean, at some point I'll probably come back and do a little bit more focused kind of marketing towards Google Play. But I only have one download, which is probably myself, and I don't have any reviews here. So this isn't ranking anywhere. I'm personally also like an iPhone user, so I don't know the Google Play ecosystem as well, and I don't know the Google the Google phone ecosystem either too well. I do have like a very old, low quality Android phone, so it's never a great experience when I'm using it. So I guess that was just the way I was planning to launch, with iOS only. Let's see. The other thing with this app, I guess there's two things with this app that I'm really trying to test and do, which is one, testing the App Store optimization stuff, so getting Apple to push the app more. And I think that there's already some good signals that is happening. One, of course, is being on that list, and then another, like the real goal is to get this to be like a featured app at some point. So get Apple to feature it in maybe like a top journaling list apps, or like some sort of app of the day feature that they do. So they have several different categories for those, and they if you just go to the App Store and scroll a little bit, you can see different apps that you can see different apps that get those features, and that is kind of one big goal for this. So I don't know exactly how to do it. I mean, I know you can submit the app to Apple, which I have done for the release, and then I'm hoping to get some more. I'll probably do some updates and then also submit it again for something like that. But that could take time. It's also kind of like luck, I think, in a lot of ways. So we'll see if that happens. Um, but yeah, that is one of the goals. Another goal is to test out and kind of see how the social media marketing can work. So doing some TikTok and Instagram reels and that short form video content, seeing if that can drive traffic to get more app downloads. And I did start that. My plan is to just post one video a day on both platforms. And so today is like day 3. We'll see how that goes. I think it's a lot of trial and error there in making, good videos that don't feel like ads, but are related to the app, so that people will either start following the account, or the video itself can go viral, and then the comment in the video, or a comment in the video, could link to the ad or link to the app, and then get downloads that way. So yeah, the social media push is going to be another thing I'll be testing, because that also seems like it's like a good skill to have, it's a good thing to be able to do. I did try this with past apps and it didn't really work, but I feel in retrospect, the videos I was making were too much like ads. It was like every video was just like an ad for the app. So this time I'm going to be kind of focusing not on that and just making content that is related, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are kind of like the two big things I'm testing. The main goal, of course, is to kind of get the ASO push and get the App Store just recommending this. But I think that only is going to happen if a lot of traffic gets to the app initially, which I'll have to do through the social channels and other things. And then if it does start to get that kind of ranking more steadily, then I think Apple will kind of take over and almost like try and push the app. That's my theory, that's my hope, that's my plan, but we'll see how it goes. A couple other things I did, I guess, for the app launch with this is I did create a media kit. So this is, on the website, there's a page that's just a media kit, has some facts about the app and the links, and then there's also a press release. And the press release is just a pretty short, story about the app, what it is, why it was developed, some of its key features, and then I sent this press release to as many news articles as I could find, like a lot of mostly blogs, mostly tech review sites, that kind of stuff. I sent it to a bunch of those. So far, I haven't gotten any responses. I haven't gotten any feedback, any articles written to my knowledge, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I sent them all out, I guess, on Monday, so it's only been a day or two. I haven't really done this before with an app launch, sending it to kind of the press and getting that press, trying to get press coverage. And I'm wondering if I actually did it too late. Like, maybe I should have sent these out a week before the app launched, and then they would have had more time to review it and then possibly write the article for the day of the app launch. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I think it would still, it's not like super time sensitive, so this could be an article that's written a week from now or even a month from now, and it would still be relevant because it still is a relatively new app. I don't think it, like, yes, it would be great if it was written on the day that it launched or the week that it launched, but it's not, if anything is written is good, it would be good, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, I emailed a lot of people with the press release, really just a link to this page, and it has the brand assets you could download. You could download the screenshots, you could download a few different cover images, and I mean, this just makes it easy if they do want to write something or make something. They should have all the information right here. I think it also, I mean, I think it legitimizes the app to some degree as well. Like this makes it feel like there's like a marketing team behind the app. To me, this makes it feel like kind of legit. Which of course is just me, but it does look, I think, very like this is what you would expect from an app that is like serious about its marketing, I guess. Not to say I'm not serious about the marketing. I mean, of course I'm serious about the marketing. That's why I built this. But yeah, I guess for me as well, it's like I don't know exactly how to do this marketing in a way that I've done before. I guess it's not like I've done any of this and it's been successful before with these marketing things. So it's all trial and error, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, maybe in like a month or so, if any, maybe I'll do another stream like this that kind of can reflect on the first month of this launch. But we'll see how it goes. And let's see, I do have like a little bit of bullet points of topics. So let me see what else there was. Yeah, the press release is, I think it has a lot of potential, but yeah, we'll see where that goes. The next thing is, I guess the next thing that I did was submit it to a couple directories, and those are actually pretty slow. It seems like slow moving unless you pay, which is fine. I get it. It's they need to make money. But I'm not going to pay for any of those. So I did submit it to a couple, and most of them are several months of a wait list. So the app won't be, I guess, posted to those directories for a couple months, but that's fine. If it, in a couple months, if that pops up, that's great. And then Product Hunt is the next one. I posted on Product Hunt. Actually, before Product Hunt, I'll talk about Hacker News. So Hacker News, I did a post when I launched Roads. I did a post and it did really well. So for Roads, it got 72 points. It had 56 comments. It did really well. And I recently, if you listen to the podcast that I've been doing on this channel, those short podcasts, I talked about this and how it really brought in like 100 of the first users. So I was hoping that this would do well, and I did post it twice. The first time I posted it similarly in the show Hacker News, and that was 2 days ago. It didn't do well at all. So then I figured I'll just post it again, and that was yesterday. Also didn't do well at all. So yeah, that was, I guess, something I tried. A little bit disappointing. I guess I got lucky when I did the one for Roads, but maybe this app doesn't resonate as well with that community, which is fine. I do feel like the tech community now, like the Hacker News, Product Hunt, those groups of people are more focused on almost like AI stuff and yeah, AI apps, AI everything. It seems like everything is AI, and like how people are using AI, and like it does make sense because that is like the cutting edge of tech right now, and this app is not that. So this app is more, it's not really, yeah, it's not, this app isn't like cutting edge tech. It's just an app that I think has a good design and has kind of a cool novel concept, but it's not like a shocking thing where you're like, oh wow, this is something new, this is something cool. Although I do think it's cool. It's just not like cutting edge cool. It's more just like, oh, that's a cool idea. So yeah, Hacker News didn't do anything for this app, but Product Hunt launch is actually launched today. So if you want to go upvote that or go check it out and support, leave a comment, whatever. It's not doing great, but I guess it's featured, so featured is good. Yeah, it's 9. Let's see. I could show you the dashboard. It is, yeah, it has 9 upvotes, so not 0. It's 34th of the day, but I mean, even just to be featured, I think this is considered featured because I don't think it would be on the page if it's not featured, right? Hard to say, but I do think, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. Any kind of feedback on here is great. Anyone that checks out the app is great. Yeah, so that's today's launch. If you want to go check that out, it is linked down. I did put a link to that in the description of this video, so you can go check that out and leave a comment there. And then, yeah, the last thing I guess I'll talk about is the specific download numbers that I got in the first couple days. Looks like I have to sign in again. Let me do that over here. Yeah, so as I said, the Google Play numbers, while I pulled this up, the Google Play numbers didn't, there are no numbers. There's no downloads. But the iOS ones did get downloads. So here are the stats for the first couple days. So 25 total downloads, and which is not a lot, that's not a lot of downloads, and which I think even goes to show even further that ranking doesn't take a lot of downloads, and I think that's mainly because of the paid category. I don't think. I mean, it's hard to say, because if it was free, probably it would have gotten more downloads, and then maybe it still would have ranked in the free category. But yeah, the paid category I think is a lot less competitive. 25 downloads was enough to get. I mean, it's 117th now, but at one point it was 106, or at one point it was number 16, possibly even higher. I didn't check it. I mean, I checked it throughout the day, but 16 was the highest I saw it. Yeah, so 25 downloads. In terms of sales, most of these were using the promo code, although 6 people did pay for it. So it's hard to say. I sent out the promo code. I ended up sending out probably about 50 promo codes to different people, and that includes the people in the press that I sent that press release to. I sent a promo code with all of those cold emails, and then I sent a promo code to friends and family, and then a couple people online, asking them to check out the app and review it. So that's why the sales don't match the downloads, but 6 people did go and buy it and pay for it. So that's cool. I don't know if those came from Apple itself I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if all 6 of those downloads are people who got a promo code but didn't just paid for it anyway just to support it, or if it was a combination of actual new users finding it on the App Store or through social media and then just buying it, and then the rest were mostly promo codes. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the launch. The launch has been going good. I think for the first couple days, it was as good as I could expect. I mean, any kind of viral stuff would be nice, but yeah, my voice is shaking a bit. I think I'm about to cry. Yeah, I'm about to cry a little bit. It's sad. It's sad that the downloads are so low. Yeah. I feel like honestly it's a little bit weird to do these live streams. You're just talking to a computer, but then you also feel like people are watching you because it's live. So I guess it's maybe that is maybe why my voice is shaking. But yeah, the launch went well. I guess that's basically all I was going to cover, but I'm open to do any kind of Q&A or answer any questions or talk a bit more about this. Talk about the development process, any questions that anyone has. But if not, then we'll probably just end it here at about the 30-minute mark. If you want to support the app, you can go and download it. If you want to try it out and give me a review, you can message me and I can give you a promo code. I do have promo codes for Google Play and Apple, so either one of those I can get you. Yeah, I guess the best way would be you could either email me or join the Discord and direct message me to get one of those codes. And or you could find me on Twitter and direct message me there. But yeah, that seems like it. It doesn't really seem like there's anyone with any questions, so the stream is about to come to a close. Let me see if there was anything else in my notes that I had that I missed. No, that's it. That is it. So, yeah, hopefully you think the app is pretty cool and